He's a very courageous man, very gutsy.
Yes, sir.
He's a man of strength and conviction. And he's someone that is well known here to everybody. And he's a friend of all. Imagine the guy know he stands for children.
Holy
He stands strong in defense of the damn truth.
Wonderful Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. Good afternoon, good evening, even good morning to each and every one of you, depending on your time and where you are watching us from. I welcome you this afternoon from my location. I want to appreciate every one of you who joined us on today's broadcast. For appreciate our leaders, Mazin Nandekano, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekwanjoko. We appreciate them so well in order for us to be free as a people. We appreciate them so much. All the wonderful sacrifices they have made and they continue to make in relation to our freedom. And I appreciate our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkerre. Ogechukwu Nkerre is the messenger of Biafra, and he has the mother. He is, yes, truly the messenger of Biafra, the punisher of the saboteurs. We appreciate him so much, and we appreciate the Biafran Republic government in exile cabinet members, men and women who are supporting this cause for our freedom. And each and every one of you that have been part of this liberation and this success story, we appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to use this opportunity or this medium to tell each and every one of us that
in other the protest to release leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Send this message to Sowore. We are solemnly behind him. Carry on. Anybody that could fight for humanity, anyone that ought to fight to free oppressed people, to free innocent people, to free my will support you. Yes, because that is the right thing to do. So what Gunwaka, the Biafra public government in exile and the entire Biafra people support your efforts. So you already show that this protest be the champion of the protest. We are behind you. Anything that we work to free the Biafra and their leader, we will support that. We get our own freedom. Send this message to Sowore. Yes, he has question to answer. The question is that, Sowore, are you ready? Are you ready to the protest on the 20th of this month? In a few days. But you,
our APM Honorable Nkerre is asking the question to Sowore. First of all, our APM applauds his action. Sowore has at least opened the door for every other Igbo politician, every other Igbo businessmen and women, every other Biafran in that evil contraption called Nigeria who is afraid to speak and talk about the release of our leader. Sowore have been able to take the lead. That is what it meant, because each and every one of these politicians in Biafran territory, they do not have the balls to speak for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Most of them may be speaking in the secret. Most of them don't even want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. They come behind the camera and they tell you that, oh, they are doing everything humanly possible. They are negotiating with the Nigerian government. They are speaking with Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But when it comes to action, proper action, or speaking behind the scene, or when there is no camera, most of them are the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still very much in detention, because of their political ambition. Most of them don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of their political ambition, but will come out in the open and talk about it. But in the secret, you see them pleading against that freedom for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or the protest at least. If you are in Nigeria, you are a Nigerian, and you are in Nigeria, you will understand, you certainly understand that the Nigerian government contributed immensely. In fact, Nigerian government is the architect of the killings in that evil contraption called Nigeria. You can see how the Nigerian government has embraced terrorists. You can see how the Nigerian government are reintegrating non-terrorists who have killed a lot and lots of people, terrorists who have displaced communities, terrorists who are beheading people, who are, ravaging and taking over indigenous people's land. You can see how it has been happening in southern Kaduna. You see how it is happening in Borno, in Katsina, in Kwara State, in Benue State. Every of the atrocity that is happening in these communities and areas are being orchestrated by the terrorists that the Nigerian government employed their services. As a matter of fact, this terrorism skyrocketed since 2015. Buhari wanted to use these terrorists to win election. They imported them from other African countries to come to Nigeria and help them to rig the presidential election, which they achieved that feat. And in conclusion, what did they do? They are now compensated with people's lands, and they have to sign that agreement for terrorists to come and displace indigenous people and occupy their lands, and which is setting a pace for total Islamization of that evil contraction called Nigeria. So everybody in Nigeria sees how the Nigerian government are negotiating with these terrorists. You see how the security agencies will see the terrorists in their bikes with their arms and ammunition, and nobody is going to confront them. Nobody is going to ask them. Nobody is holding them accountable for all these atrocities that is being committed in Nigeria. You can even see how the Boko Harams, how these terrorists are being reintegrated into the society. They are being reintegrated into the army, into the police, into the air force, into every Nigerian security apparatus. And these people continue to commit and wreak havoc on the indigenous people. They, the Nigerian police are not looking. The Nigerian police are not confronting them. We saw in Katsina how the bandit leader came and held meetings with the governor of Katsina State and the politicians in Katsina. They came with their arms and ammunition in broad daylight. They were being interviewed. Nothing happened to them. They came, and after the negotiations, they went back on their bikes and nothing happened to them. But when you talk about those who are asking for their freedom, the Nigerian security forces will start fighting, will start killing indigenous people for asking for self-determination. This is what is happening in the southeast where Mazen Nandekan comes from. Actually, the reason why Mazen Nandekan is still held in detention today, because Mazen Nandekan is fighting for the freedom of his people. Sunday Igboho, that had the same issue with Mazen Nandekan, had been released years back and he's enjoying his family. Abba Kyari, that was indicted in the US for committing laundering, money laundering, and drug trafficking, and the United States wanted to extradite him to US for him to face the law. The Nigerian government refused that extradition from going through. It's the same Nigerian government that went to Kenya, kidnapped Mazen Nandekan, and came to Nigeria and started intimidating and even intimidating every other person that is asking for self-determination. So this Showere's call for protest against the continued detention of Mazen Nandekan is a welcome development. It has now given people the courage to speak. It has not enabled people to come out. People can now come out and protest. And this protest is going to be a litmus test for the Nigerian security agencies. Because yesterday we saw a video that came out from Abuja, in one of the communities that is predominantly the Fulani communities in Abuja. We saw how the police, the military, we are going to the destination of where there is an issue to be resolved. The police and the military were called in to come and dispatch the people that were protesting. But do you know what happened? The house Fulanis who were protesting, they have to send the police and the army back. They said they don't want them in that community or in that vicinity. There was no tear gas, there was no gunshot, nobody was tear gassed, nobody was killed, nobody was harassed, nobody was intimidated by the police or the military because they are Fulani, because they are Hausa, because they are Muslims, because they came from the north. So this protest that will happen by Monday, which is the 20th of October, we are going to use it to see what Nigerian security agencies will do for this protest. We are already hearing some rumors that they are dispatching policemen and women in some areas where I was visiting to create an awareness in order to disperse them. We are hearing those rumors, but although we have not had any casualty whatsoever, so and that is why this is an opportunity for everybody to come out in mass and support this protest for the freedom of our leader, Mazen Nandekan. This is very, very important for everybody, not only for Biafrans, for non-Biafrans alike, because because it is not about Mazen Nandekan. It is about the freedom of the people. It is about the freedom of speech. It is about the freedom of religion. It is about the freedom of association. So if Nigeria is a secular state, as it's supposed to be, why will the Fulanis now regard people who are not with their religion as infidels and begin to molest them and begin to treat them differently from what is written in the Constitution? So on Monday, we are going to use it to test what the Nigerian terrorist government security agencies will do against the protesters, because we know their modus operandi. In 2020, people who protested against bad government, against us, and the Nigerian government killed a good number of people, even on live television. It was taken live, it was televised, and the whole world saw when the Nigerian government were shooting unarmed civilians who were asking that SARS be banned. It was the same Nigerian government that still came out and was lying that people were not killed. So since after that incident, the world have known Nigeria for what Nigeria is. The world have understood that Nigeria is a country where people do not have the right to speak. People do not even have the right to freedom of association. And on Monday, it is going to be another test for Tinubu administration. It is going to be another test for even the southeastern politicians who are hiding in Abuja, who are hiding in Lagos, who are going about their normal businesses as if nothing is happening. Because to them, an injustice to one is not an injustice to all, but to us, an injustice to Mazen Nandekan is an injustice to each and every one of us. An injustice to a Biafran is also an injustice to a Nigerian. For those of you who call yourselves Nigerian, so this is the time for every one of you to come out that yes, Mazen Nandekan has been held unjustly. Mazen Nandekan need to be freed from the Nigerian government custody. Even not only that, Mazen Nandekan health is failing. Mazen Nandekan have been diagnosed with some certain illness or ailments, and he need to go to hospital. He need to be examined by the doctor. He need to go and treat himself. But the Nigerian government are not allowing him to go. But I can't remember when a Fulani man, even during the time that Dile Melaye was having back and forth with the Nigerian government, they even gave him opportunity to go to the hospital and treat himself. The same thing I think applied to Abba Kyari. The same thing applies to the West and to the Northerners. But when it comes to the Southerners, the Southeastern people, more importantly, we the Biafran people, it becomes a different ballgame altogether. But in this case, right now, we don't even care what the Nigerian government is going to do. We know that Showore also is a politician. He's trying to use to add to his political resume or to add to his portfolio, at least for Nigerians to know that yes, he speaks, that he has the interests of the people at heart, right? We understand that. And we are also, we want to support him on that. We can't take it away from him because he is the convener, and we are going to support him in any way that we can in order to make sure that that awareness is created, and everybody who thinks that Mazin Nandekano has been held unjustly is expected to come out on the 20th for this important protest. Very, very important. So we want to appreciate our APM, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkerre, lending his voice. Mazi Ogechukwu Nkerre is the acting Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic of Exile. He is the man that is speaking for the over 80 million Biafrans as he stands right now. And he, just like he said, let me play it again for people to understand what our APM said. Our APM said we will support anything, any action that's going to free our leaders. We are going to support it. Even if it comes from Satan, we are going to support it. Yes, because an injustice to one is an injustice to all. So we cannot say because Showore is, using it as a political to score a political point, we can't say because of that we cannot support it. We can also say that, oh, because he's a Yoruba and Oduduwa man, an Oduduwa man, therefore we cannot support it. No, we can't say, oh, because maybe in the past we have issues with his Sahara reporting, and this time around that he's calling for the release of our leader, and then we can, no. We are going to support anything that is going to free any of our leaders, irrespective of where the call is coming from. Even if it is coming from the Arewas or from any angle at all, as long as it is geared towards a positive outcome, we, the Biafran people, we solidly and vehemently support it. And that is why we are supporting Showore at this time for this wonderful plan protest that is coming on the 20th. And like our APM asked, that Showore on that day is going to mobilize the youths because he is regarded as the youth president. Okay, so we expect him to hit the streets of on Monday. And incidentally, Monday is also sit at home in Biafra land. So for those of you in Biafran territory, you are expected to be in solidarity with our Yamazin Nandikano. As usual, Monday sit at home is sacrosanct. I can mention that. That is Mazin Nandikano Day. Why those in Nigeria, in the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, more especially those in Abuja, can come out in mass and march to government or presidential villa or Asoro or to the designated places for this all important protest. It is very important that we capitalize on this, we key in on this so that people will understand that Mazin Nandikano, our leader, is somebody that we, the Biafran people, love so much. He is very dear to us. The same thing applies to our Prime Minister. They are very, very dear to us. And we also want to use this opportunity to even enlighten most of our people who don't actually understand the situation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under constant scrutiny. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he is staying, is bugged. Okay, there is CC cameras here and there. So there are most of the information that you see coming out from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't expect the Biafran government to uphold it. You don't expect the acting Ogechukwu Nkerre or the Biafran people to obey it. This is for people who have same mind. This is for people who really understand what freedom is all about. As long as we are in the enemy's camp, most of the decisions that the leader may take may be influenced either under duress or at gunpoint, or may be forced or may be drugged to make some certain decisions. I say this because yesterday, the Biafran Republic Government Neza Information Minister, Mazi Soni Akparawa, made Biafrans to understand that even as the protest is still on the planning stages, that the Nigerian government are doing everything humanly possible to coerce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, into signing one unspecified document. Okay? So, in case Biafrans wake up and hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu signed one document, for you to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may have done that under duress. But the truth of the matter is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader that we know, said that even if he is killed, that is when Biafra will come faster. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he is not going to disappoint you, he's not going to disappoint me. So we don't expect anything less than Biafra from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing applies to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. If they tell you that, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa said this, Mazi Simon Ekpa said that, don't expect the Biafran Republic Government Neza cabinet members as well as the acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkerre to obey the actions or the directive of the Prime Minister while he is still in detention as well. It's very important to you as a Biafran that is listening. Every policy, every decision at this critical moment of our struggle is being taken by the APM in conjunction with cabinet members of Brigade. It is not about Simon Ekpa, not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader and Mazi Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister. So I want us to understand that. Very, very important. So having said that, dear friends, I hope those of you in Abuja, those of you Biafrans in Abuja, I hope you are going to make out time to come and support this protest. This protest is for your own good. It is for your own good. It's not only for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is also for you as a Biafran. It is also for you as a Biafran, so that you understand your position and what is happening. Because most of you don't understand what is happening.
Please, we have been carrying the good message of hope, message of liberation, going from one market to another. Talking about release of Nnamdi Kanu. Release of Nnamdi Kanu. When do you want to tell the I want to thank everybody. I also want to thank God that today will be a reality for us. The day is on Monday. No market. There will be no market. All of these two on Monday, everybody will come out. It's a liberation day. Before I will call, let me tell my people now. Igbogbo. Igbogbo. Somebody where you revive for home. All I just say, wouldn't be good about the man. Yeah, I want to be a great revival. They don't make the negotiate with bandits. They negotiate with the terrorists. Somebody over there, and the revival. He has taken it upon himself. So where you revive that one, I have to kill him.
He's going to get the terrorist medication.
We'll tell you that on Monday, we want to bring Nnamdi Kanu home. And we are not going to take a no for an answer. Because terrorists in this country, they can negotiate the job. Drug dealers in this country can be pardoned by the president. Murderers in this country will granted pardon. But our brother who has not committed any crime known to law. The language is trying to back Kenya. Let me tell you. Hold on. Nobody will start the fight here. We are saying this market and other markets across the country was closed down on Monday. Also it's going wrong. Also wrong. We are looking million people to march over.
All these are the protests for our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. All these protests are for the release of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. And that's why you can see Biafrans are coming out in support of that protest.
Very courageous, very gutsy, strength and and someone known here to everybody. Like Martin Nnamdi Kanu, he stands for the down. Holy. He's another savior. In defense of the town, as far as we are concerned, right now, Martin Nnamdi is being detained illegally, is being protected in a very correct way, and at this juncture, having said, I'm going to hand over the microphone to the man of the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Maz Iche Igwe. Once again, I want to thank all of you for the great reception. My name is Mazi Omoyele. Okay. Yes. Our job here today is very simple. Nnamdi Kanu for too long. We are not going to stand. Please. We are not going to stand by while one of us put spiritually by a system that encourages people to do even criminal things than what they 3 days ago. They were pardoning murderers. The most notorious kidnappers. One of the most notorious kidnappers in Nigeria was pardoned day before yesterday. A woman who killed her husband, who was pardoned. Over 53 drug lords who are serving life detention were pardoned. This reduced. Let me make it very clear. We are not asking for pardon for Nnamdi Kanu. Because I want to be very clear about that. That conversation, the context of our conversation has nothing to do with pardon. No. We are asking the Nigerian government led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do the right thing. Yes. By granting total unconditional freedom. Not a single condition. It does not include providing a surety anymore. Yes.
triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible scathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpet pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Rock. All hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom. Shield us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, shining
We observe a minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now.
My wonderful dear friends, once again, you listened to that awareness creation for the protest that is coming up on Monday. You listen to the Omoro Showole, and you listen to Mazin Nandekano Special Counsel Aloy Ejimako telling Biafrans or telling people to make sure that they come out on Monday for that planned protest. Today, our leader Mazin Nandekano, today is 16th of October. Our leader was also in court. You know, the Nigerian government is one kind useless. I don't know how to describe Nigerian government. It's a very shameless entity. Mazin Nandekano was in court today, and let us see what happened in the court that Mazin Nandekano was. It was very, very unfortunate that why the Nigerian government continue to deceive people. Mazin Nandekano was in court today, and the Nigerian government, what did they do? Let me see what I want you to listen to what Aloy Ejimako said here. Whether anybody can hear what he's saying, and actually no, this is please, can you hear what he's saying? Can anybody hear what? I don't know whether the volume, what actually is happening. Okay.
DSS in Abuja to do that by the DSS. The court has said not the same. So what we have in court, what we are served in court today, frankly, we can. That's quite a surprising ruling today. We were served all of a sudden as a matter of surprise, an ambush with the medical report which the court ordered the Nigerian Medical Association to submit since 26 September. So that medical report that we were served is dated 10th October, and was that we were served in open court. So well, you can say that the defense had no ample opportunity to react to it. It was more of an ambush, but nonetheless, the court had ordered for that Mazin Nandekano be again by the Nigerian Medical Association. That examination never carried out, and the order was entered on 26th September and read on 8th October. Part of the order was disobeyed. They never examined him. So the report is based on some informal meeting. They had Mazin Nandekano 18th September. The DSS headquarters, they were invited to do that by the DSS. The court and the DSS are the same. So what we have in court, what we are served in court today, frankly, we cannot be sure where it emanated from. Did it emanate from assumption, or did it emanate from the examination carried out on 18th September before the court entered an order in September? So we were quite surprised from us, and with a big disadvantage, but the proceedings had to continue apace as the court wanted it. So at the end of the day, the court made a conclusion ruling that Mazin Nandekano must enter his defense from the 24th of October. Conclude his defense by the 30th of October. So basically, it's a day trial window that we are looking at there.
So how fit is the defense now? How fit is the defense team particularly entering the defense now? How ready are you guys?
Well, you see, we're ready for any eventuality. But the justice of the matter is another case altogether. I choose not to comment on that. Sure.
You see the Nigerian government, you see the games they are playing with the life of our lead, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are playing a very dangerous game with our leader, Ahmadike I of Biafra land. The Nigerian government are actually playing with the lives of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some is sick. Today they will deny him medical attention. Tomorrow they will say he should he should be examined. Next tomorrow they say no, he has been examined. He should do this and he should do that. That is the situation that we find ourselves in, that evil contraption called Nigeria. Okay, the situation. So this is the reason why we see people coming to say enough is enough, because the Nigerian government, the way they are treating anybody from the southeast, that we are not one people, and we can never be one people. Nigeria can never be for us. Yes, Nigeria can never be for us. See the way they are treating our leader, somebody who is very, very sick, and they are playing games with his life. They are playing game as his life does not matter. What matters to them, what matters to all these people, is the continued that the terrorists have embarked upon against the people. Let me play you this, what happened in the court today. Let me share it once again. We have another.
This is a public document brought in by the medical council through the prosecution. So they serve us this thing today. There, in this particular medical report, you can see all the ailments they say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering from. And surprisingly, somebody that has this particular, all these particular issues, you now in the last paragraph to say that from your own distance you can stand trial. Somebody that is passing through all these ailments. Say that too, go to make a consultation. Say please examine him and report back to me. They never examine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come up with this report. Nigerian medical council, they should be very careful, because this, and we are expected to act professionally. In your report, you are expected, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a lawyer. You are expected to show that on this particular day, you obtain his specimen. This lab show this. We are talking about somebody's life, for goodness sake. You cannot just enter into your office room and you open your system and start writing trash. And they want court to rely on it. And surprisingly, we are expected to take a date for us to go. And because when the court gave us an opportunity to respond, we are ought to have taken a date to confer from our clients. It was when Nnamdi Kanu said, we are the people that even gave Nnamdi Kanu this thing. When the court was about to sit, We are talking about somebody's life. Of course, as a matter of this thing, the Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the noise in this town. And somebody that is exercised as given to him by the constitution, both law and the international legislation, and you say that you should enter for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is how again. This the Igbos are on trial. This is not a prosecution, and I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. Is and the Kalu today can be another person tomorrow, and we should stand against it. We are. That's why we are. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Kalu committed because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the? You cannot. People have been agitating. So has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you arrested him? The answer is no. Kali is an Igbo, and he feels that nobody can speak with him for him, and we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than any. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging you to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You did not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court, and you asked us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice? We should call evil, and when you call evil, it will stop existing. That is our submission. Thank you.
No evaluation. You come up with.
You can see, you have seen it. This is Nigeria for you. This is what we have been talking about. And this is the reason why you Biafrans, anywhere that you are all around the world, this is not an eye-opener to you. You should be very much concerned about your continued support for one Nigeria. You should be very much concerned. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being prosecuted. The Igbo people are being prosecuted. Biafrans are being prosecuted in Nigeria. The same country that you as an Igbo man, you insist, oh, you don't want Biafra, you don't want this, you don't want that. Only very few of you that are saying you don't want Biafra, have you seen what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is undergoing in Nigeria? Because he's you, because you are him. Because it's you, because you are him. That is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being persecuted in Nigeria. It is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And it's very, very bad. Very, very bad indeed. And we have to call a spade a spade. And this is the more reason why my wonderful Biafrans, when they say you should support Biafra, this is the time for you to support Biafra. This is just the time for you to support Biafra, because Nigeria can never benefit you. It is not possible. Nigeria can never benefit you. We must support Biafra. Must support Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And we must prove that we really want to be free out of that evil contraption called Nigeria. Nigeria is an evil entity. Nigeria is an evil entity for the Biafran people, for the Igbo people, anywhere that. Look at the kind of intimidation and harassment Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through because he's an Igbo man. When we call you to come and support the Biafran Defense Forces, Because why they are intimidating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their court, why they are harassing you, harassing us, they are using the terrorists that you have in police uniforms, in army uniform in Biafra land, in order to intimidate us, not to even speak, not to even say anything. And that is the reason why we have the Biafran Defense Forces to continue to legitimize them in our land. Nigerian government embrace the terrorists. You hear it, you see it every day. This is not give me evidence. Give me evidence. The evidence are so glaring. The evidence are there for everyone to see. You want me to show you evidence? The evidence are there for everyone to see. You will not see, you will not say you don't see evidence. The evidences are there. Very, very glaring for everybody to see how the Nigerian government are embracing terrorism. They embrace terrorists. They reintegrate them into the system. They send them to Biafra land. They send them to various communities to go and kill people, overrun the communities. They negotiate with them. They negotiate with the bandits. They negotiate with the Harams. They negotiate with people who live in indigenous population. And people, somebody that say he's an Igbo man, we see the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and while others are asking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released, and such an individual, we stand against the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me play you what Ogechukwu Kanu said when he was asked about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. But there are Biafrans, there are other Biafrans who, let me say, Ogechukwu Kanu, I want you to listen to what this Efulefu said here. He have been seeing how the bandits are giving free hand to operate. Bandits are giving free hand to operate.
Confident that should Nnamdi Kanu be released, security in the southeast positively affected.
Well, let me say this. Nnamdi Kanu is before a court of competent jurisdiction, and it would be very, very unfair for me to be talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, which is before Justice Omotocha, discussing about that honorable court. And I urge Nigerians to learn how to respect the courts. And I want to leave that about respecting the courts for now.
Confident that should Nnamdi Kanu be released, security in the southeast will be positively affected.
Well, let me say this. Nnamdi Kanu is before a court of competent jurisdiction, and it would be very, very unfair for me to be talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, which is before Justice Omotocha, discussing anything about that honorable court. And I urge Nigerians to learn how to respect the courts, and I will leave that about respecting the courts for now.
Confident that.
I hope you heard that. I hope all of you heard that. This is a man that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when the Nigerian government were running around this man, trying to imprison him, even as evil as he is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke for him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought for him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood for him. Kanu defended this evil politician. Evil politician that have Fulani blood in them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu defended him. But look at, before a journalist asking him, should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released? He said, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case is before a competent. Which court is competent? Is Nigerian court a competent court? How competent is the Nigerian court? A court that have asked them to release Nnamdi Kanu, they did not obey. So when you see this kind of individuals talking about competent jurisdiction, they are the corrupt politicians that came from the Igbo side of that contraption. These are the people now. These are the people that are benefiting from the atrocities of the Nigerian state. He is in government now. He's a senator. Is he not? He's benefiting the city of the Nigerian state. And incidentally, he knows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do not condone evil. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always voiced out these individuals. All these individuals. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have voiced out atrocities of all these individuals. All these individuals that you see. So I want you to see where the terrorists are having meetings with the Nigerian government. In Katsina. These are their bandits. See them. These are their bandits. See them? These are their bandits. These bandits, these are their Fulani herdsmen, the ISWAP, the ISIS, the people that they are using to kill the indigenous population. It is them that you just saw now. Communities. With their AK-48, 49, 50 sophisticated weapons, the Nigerian government sees them. The military, the police knows where they are, but they cannot go to confront them because they are the ones who sent them to do what they are doing. But look at a man, these two men, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. They are not terrorists. You cannot see them with guns. They were only speaking. They were only talking. They were only creating awareness to rise up and defend themselves against these terrorists that you saw that are killing indigenous population. The Nigerian government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, locked him up. The same Nigerian government politically influenced Finland to arrest Mazi Ekpa, while they are romancing with the terrorists, with the bandits against the indigenous people. So Biafrans, if Biafra and you are listening anywhere you are all around the world, I want you to understand that the time to rise up is now. There is no better time to rise up and fight for your freedom other than now. There is no better time to join the protest against Nigeria continued detention of our leader. Monday is the date. You have to come out and support this protest. In as much as it's organized by Showore, We support it. Our APM have lent its voice. So Biafrans, those living in Abuja, this is the time for you to come out because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu represents you. An injustice to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is an injustice to you. It could have been you. You can imagine Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whom the court have freed, and yet the Nigerian government are holding them. Then you can imagine Odios or Kano or all these evil politicians who are romancing the Nigerian government. You can imagine when they give the Nigerian police, they go ahead to arrest you and lock you up till eternity. Nobody is going to talk to you about your release. No, that is to show you the evil that Nigeria is made of. And we must rise up and condemn it. We must fight with everything that we have to make sure that Nigeria is destroyed. Because if Nigeria is not destroyed, believe you me, it's going to be very, very difficult for people to live peacefully in that part of the world. And good thing, you know what is happening recently. The voice of the people are being heard in Washington, D.C. The Christian killing, which are the Biafrans and other Nigerians, is now being talked about in Washington, D.C. This is as a result of the capabilities and the capacity and the the underground jobs that has been done by the Biafran Republic government in exile under the acting prime ministership of Ogechukwu Nkerre and our lobbyists and our attorneys. The grand job that they have been doing since after the declaration is now paying off, and the American senators are speaking, creating awareness about our incarceration, about the killings that is happening in Nigeria, and the world is rising up. So, coupled with the protest for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I hope the government of Nigeria will now see reason to release him. And it is also an opportunity for you, Biafran, to come on board and support BRGIE and support the Biafran defense in the homeland. Because this intimidation and harassment, people, must stop. We must stop it. Because Nigerian government will not stop it. It is you that is going to stop it. And we have the men. We only need the resources to equip these men and women in order for them to stop this atrocity that is being committed by the Nigerian state. Having said that, I want to appreciate everyone that joined me. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, try and do so that anytime I'm live, you are going to get a notification. Thank you so much for being part of this program. As I know, my colleagues are there on the space, and as we are going to join them as well on the space. Ndewonu, ụmụ Chineke. And see you next time. Bye from here.